I'm sad. I'm really fucking sad. I get home from work this morning. I take a nap, and I wake up and Carson Wentz tore his ACL. Every single time this team looks like it has something going for them, we get pulled back down into the gutter, and it sucks. This sucks. I haven't been this upset about something Eagles related probably since we lost the Super Bowl. Seemed like so long ago. It seemed like it was so long ago. And it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking because you take a guy that was MVP material, who has been the reason why this offense has had any success this year, and I do not want to hear anything from anybody to try to say that if it wasn't for Carson Wentz, we would have been nothing this year. Okay, I don't want to hear about the Alshon Jeffrey signing. I don't want to hear about the Torrey Smith signing, or how well Zach Ertz is doing, or how well LeGarrette Blount and Jay Ajayi are doing. Okay, if it wasn't for Carson Wentz, we would be nowhere. We would be nowhere. We would be in the same situation last year when Carson Wentz had nobody. Carson Wentz made that leap from his rookie year to his sophomore year, and he is literally – I'm so mad right now as an Eagles fan that we can never catch a break. And I know we overcame obstacles with Jason Peters going down, and Jordan Hicks going down, and Darren Sproles going down. But it's different when it's your quarterback that has had numbers that are out of control. (11-2). And I went into last night after the injury happened. And by the way, the injury happened on a play that didn't fucking matter because Doug Peterson couldn't just call a normal game and couldn't run the ball. You know, he has to be an asshole and be a horrible fucking coach. You know, I'm not even gonna sit here and get mad about it because it is what it is. But it happened on a play that didn't fucking matter. It wasn't even like it was a meaningful injury. Like, he dove in and crushed, and people are trying to say that it was non-contact injury. It was before he dove. Two Rams defenders smushed his fucking knee together. That's what happened. And so some of you guys are delusional. Some of these guys that I don't even know why I'm on the internet sometimes, because teams and players and fans are just delusional. You guys are trying to say that Carson Wentz wasn't, quote unquote, the reason why we had any success this year. And I'm not just talking about Dallas fans, Cowboy fans, and Giant fans. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about everybody as a whole. And guys on ESPN radio and NFL guys are like, oh, there's no reason to panic. As Eagles fans, Nick Foles. The fact that I'm saying his name irritates me. It irritates me. It's not fair. We haven't had fucking success in years. In years, we haven't had success. And when after having such a phenomenal year, after breaking Sonny Jurgensen's record, he goes out and he tears his fucking ACL. Oh, my God. 3,296 yards, a completion percentage of 60.2, Average yards is 7.9, 33 touchdowns, 7 interceptions with a QBR of 74. This is such an MVP year for him. Oh my God. It was an MVP year. It was. It was an MVP year. I'm shocked. I'm irritated. And I don't know how to get over this. I don't know how to get over this. You take a guy like Carson Wentz, who's had a phenomenal year, and he is now injured. It's fuck my life. Fuck me. Fuck me. That's what it comes down to. That's what the football gods are saying to the Eagles fans right now. Fuck you, saying to us. That's what he's saying to us. And I had my buddy called me and he said, "Hey, do you think Carson Wentz still has the opportunity to win the MVP and stuff like that?" No, he doesn't have the opportunity to win the MVP because he's hurt. Just like Deshaun Watson's not winning Rookie of the Year anymore because he's hurt. And Tom Brady's going to win the MVP unless Russell Wilson makes a monster recovery. It's beyond my control. It's beyond my control. So before I fucking get even more upset and more mad about it, I'm going to talk about Nick Foles. So Nick Foles hasn't played for us in a long time. And yes, he came in and he did pretty well for us. And he got us into the play. I think he got us into the play. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm so irritated right now. Nick Foles is a fucking bum compared to what Carson Wentz is. Okay, and everyone's saying, well, this is what's going to happen, and this is what's going to happen because guys, underrated quarterbacks and backup quarterbacks have won playoff games and stuff like that. But not with the Eagles. We're going to be – the way I see it, we're going to be a one and done unless we clinch home field. That's the way I see it. We're going to be a one and done until we clinch home field advantage. If we have 3 pretty easy games coming up. I mean, we have the Giants, the Raiders on Christmas, and then the fucking Dallas shit boys for the last week of the year. And you know what's funny is that Cowboy fans, Giants fans, and Redskins fans were all gone. They weren't anywhere around until Carson Wentz got hurt. And all of a sudden they want to come out of the woodwork and make fun of our injury. Never once on my channel have I ever made fun of another player's injury as severe as Carson Wentz's. And I didn't come out and say, well, fuck him, he's a bum, I'm glad he's hurt, blah, blah, blah. I've never once said that. You've never once heard me say that about Tony Romo's injuries. You've never once heard me say that about Odell Beckham's injuries. I never made fun of it. I mentioned stuff, like even in my last video, I said, Sammy Watkins is a glass house. He has an he's injury prone. That's what he is. I didn't say I'm glad Sammy Watkins is always hurt. Like these guys are coming out of the woodworks just saying stuff like that. And if you're a fan of football, anybody is, you can't just make fun of people like that. And I never once made fun of Tony Romo's back, and never once, like I said, never made fun of these guys. So I don't understand how are the Eagle fan bases, the fucking assholes. We're the soulless fans of the NFL. We're this, we're that. When all of a sudden you guys come out of nowhere and praise the fact that Carson Wentz got hurt, saying our season's over. What's the point of getting mad? What's the point of getting mad? But whatever. Nick Foles is in. Do I think we're going to go anywhere with Nick Foles? Absolutely not. I don't think we are. Is there a chance? Sure. There's always a chance to make the playoffs. Ask Tim Tebow. Okay. He went in to beat Pittsburgh and got, okay. The problem with Nick Foles, to me, is that when you come from a guy like Carson Wentz, who's had monster third down percentage, monster fourth down big plays, able to escape the pocket, able to do things that other quarterbacks are not able to do at his stature and at his age. I mean, his birthday's coming up. His birthday's December 30th. I mean, his birthday, you know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy. Nick Foles cannot scramble like Carson Wentz does. I don't think Nick Foles even has the arm that Carson Wentz does. But what this does mean is that we are going to run the ball more, which we should have been doing from the get-go. We should have been running the ball from the get-go. We passed it so many fucking times in that game last night. Okay? We have Jay Ajayi, who we traded for a fourth-round pick, by the way. LeGarrette Blount, who had 18 touchdowns last year. And Corey Clement, who is coming out crazy in his rookie year, filling the role that Darren Sproles once had. And you don't run the ball, Doug. We were on the goal line, and we were in red zone, and you decided to throw a pass play that wasn't obviously there, which forced Carson Wentz to run the ball. So now we're going to start running the ball. You didn't trade Jay Ajayi for nothing. You better ride the Jay Ajayi train the rest of the year, Doug, or there's going to be a lot of issues with you next year. There's going to be a lot of questionable things about you. If you don't use Jay Ajayi for the rest of the season, for the rest of these 3 games that we have when we're playing against a shit Giants team, a shit Oakland team, and a shit Dallas team. Because, trust me, they're going to need the reps. They're going to need the reps more than anybody in the world. Do I have any confidence in Nick Foles? Sure I do. He knows the play calling. He knows the system. Okay, he had a couple of good throws yesterday. The clutch one to Nelson Aguilar to move the chains to help us win the game. But personally, I think we have one game in us. One game. Obviously, I won't know until I watch the games. But if you're an Eagles fan right now, and you're saying that with Carson Wentz being gone, our season's over. Do me a favor and don't watch football for the rest of the year. Okay? Don't watch football anymore. Okay? Because at the end of the day, as sad as I am about this injury, as sad and as miserable as I am about this injury, we still are a team and we still have to move forward. Okay? We still won no one's even praising that we won the division yesterday. No one's even praising that we won the division. Everyone's so focused on this injury. So, congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles on winning the NFC East. You took it back from the Clowns. Okay. Well, now we have to move forward, and now we have to solidify our run game. And my other concern is this defense, because, boy, that defense played real rough yesterday. And I know it was the Rams. And the Rams always score 30 points, but they looked bad. They were missing tackles on Cooper Kupp. I mean, come on. Cooper Kupp. That's so funny. But we don't have an elite defense. We're not the Denver Broncos. We're not the Baltimore Ravens. Okay, we can't win with this defense. I don't think we can win with this defense unless they have a complete turnaround and they decide to do something. Because, I mean, Fletcher Cox has been great. Timmy Jernigan's been great. Brandon Graham has been great. But our linebacking is very, very thin right now. So I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. But all I know is that they get prepared for Sunday night against the New York Giants to help them go on to a 2-11 season and help us go on to a 12-2 season. Or whatever it is. I don't know. I'm so irritated. I'm so sad. But what's the point? What's the point of dwelling? It happened. Am I glad? It's not that I'm happy about the injury, but at least the injury happened now. So his recovery he'll be back sooner next year. Who knows what's going to happen? Who knows if this is going to be like a Teddy Bridgewater situation? Who knows if this is going to be like an RG3 situation? Who knows if this is going to be like an Adrian Peters situation? It can go any which way. Guys have bounced back from ACL tears, and guys have gone down the shitter straight to the gutter with tears. So before I blow my fucking head off, I'm going to get off this. So